Hi, Dana. Thank you so much for your patience. I know it's been a few days. And for everyone else, Dana is getting a free reading today. Dana reached out to me on TikTok. I put out a video asking for more followers because once we reach 1,000 followers, then you can go live on TikTok. And what I want to do live on TikTok are Reiki sessions. I am a Reiki Level 2 certified practitioner. And I'm also going to do card readings. I know some people might think that's kind of gimmicky. I think it's just fun. I've never done that professionally or for money or anything. I have done Reiki for clients, but I play around with the cards myself, so I wanted to just start doing that just to kind of see how it works out for myself too. I have had my entire life paranormal experiences, psychic mediumship that just comes on spontaneously. So when I'm doing Reiki, oftentimes, all of a sudden, spontaneously, something will come through. So there's no guarantee, of course. I'm still working on that part of my life. I don't have the on-off switch. I need to practice it more. And that's part of why I'm doing this on TikTok also. I'm new to TikTok, but I'm just forcing myself to dive right in and play around more with the subtle energy and the universal energy. And who knows, if it helps people, great. So for the most part, when I go live, the readings are going to be donation based. Hopefully you can see that sign. There's my Cash App and my Venmo, FalconSays. Dana, for your reading, I'm going to start, sometimes I start with the cards. I mean, for myself, I'll start with a card reading. But I wanted to go ahead and dive into your Reiki first. And what I've been playing around with here, I keep looking down, is I have stones here. They're different semi-precious stones. And the main chakras, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and then the crown chakra, the quartz, clear quartz and gold tone. So the root chakra is right at the base of your spine, grounding you to earth. And then the sacral chakra, there's a bone in your pelvis between your hip bones, the sacrum. So that's kind of like the triangle shaped one, and it allows your hips to be flexible and stuff. So that's the sacral chakra. And then the yellow one, your solar plexus, that's your gut area. The green one, your heart chakra. The blue one, your throat chakra. And the purple, the pineal gland, your third eye. And the crown chakra, which is just above here and connecting you to, the higher dimensions. So we're in the third dimensions, fourth, fifth, and there's so many different dimensions, frequencies. Okay, so I already did my Reiki ritual and attuning and all that, and I don't want to do this on camera because even though people can find the Reiki symbols and stuff online, I want to stay true to the teachings, and we're not supposed to reveal a lot of the rituals and stuff and the symbols. I guess maybe I should have introduced myself. I'm a Karen. My name really is Karen. My last name is Falcon, like the bird, so that's why my my handle FalconSays. Up and down, and then I'll get to the card reading. Alright. So on your root chakra, actually I shouldn't talk through this because each time I do this for you, I keep talking through it and I'm finding that I'm really blocking. So I might fast forward this part through the video, but I've got the stones here and for those that are wondering, distance Reiki is possible because everything is connected, universal energy. And so even from a distance, there is no space and time separation. Okay. I'm just focusing, dialing in. And then I'll let you know what I pick up, if I pick up anything. But I am finding that the Reiki, being on camera and recording myself, it's really throwing me off. It's going to take a lot more practice. So Dana, I really appreciate your patience and you letting me do this reading for you. Thank goodness it's free because I wouldn't want you to have a dead reading that's free. But I am finding that through this, I definitely need a lot more practice, which is fine. I got no problem admitting that. I'm never going to fake it. I'm not going to lie online and saying I'm some kind of Reiki guru. I am certified through a Reiki master, but my Reiki sessions, this is my first time recording it, and me, I guess, just knowing it's going on TikTok is making me floopy. So now I'm over I just briefly went over the sacral, but now I'm over solar plexus. I'm almost feeling a little bit dizzy, like a bit off kilter on the solar plexus. The yellow one, that's like where you get your gut feeling. Almost feels like quite unsettled in the gut area. Okay, the heart chakra. Every time I get to your heart chakra, it's quite emotional and overwhelmed, and I know it sounds like it could be something anybody could say, but I feel a sense of heaviness, like something, it just feels heavy. And every time I get to your heart chakra, I just feel weighted down, constricted, almost like a heartache. I'm not feeling pain, but more like a pressure and heaviness. So I don't want to say that I'm sensing anything medical, but of course go to the doctor if you want, but I don't want to be accidentally giving off the impression that I'm trying to diagnose. I'm not. I'm just saying that I'm feeling a heavy energy. So hopefully you're not going through some heartache right now in a really heavy time. If you are, let me know privately. If, I'd be happy to do some more readings for you. Since you're my first, you're always going to be, have that special sacred part of my TikTok that you were my first reading on TikTok. So I'll always help you out, okay, if there's anything I can do. And then once we get to the card part of the reading, I'm hoping that'll be much more specific. It's usually the other way around. When I'm doing Reiki, I usually get psychic mediumship, like downloads. I wish it would happen right now. Maybe it will happen on camera someday with more practice. But man, the stories I could tell, and maybe I will on some other videos, but I'm just in that state of doubting and feeling like, what did people say? Like they feel like a fraud or something? But I know I'm not a fraud, but I feel like who would want to sit and just watch my video of me telling a story? But I've written my stories and people seem to like those. Okay, I'm moving off the heart chakra now because I'm actually getting a headache from it too, because it just feels so heavy. Okay, moving over to your throat chakra. And the way I do it, I start at the root chakra and I go up and I get a sense of what I'm feeling in the chakras, and then I go back down. So that's why part of these videos I'm going to fast forward, so that way people aren't just having to be subjected to it in real time, and because I am going to go back down the chakras also. I wasn't picking up anything on the throat chakra. But again, on the third eye, your pineal gland, like last time too, when some of these recordings I've had to scrap because of technical difficulties. Oh, that reminds me. I want to put the music back on. Forgot about that. But when I keep getting to your pineal gland, I get really dizzy, like lightheaded. So I don't know if you're really dialed in, like, and it's really strong energy, or if you're just so overwhelmed and feeling like all over the map, like your energy just needs to be more balanced. But when I'm over your pineal gland, I just feel a bit like dizzy and overwhelming energy. And your crown chakra too, it's like, woo, like a rush. Okay. Oh, let me go back down. I was about to wrap them up, but I'm just distracted. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting like almost like sick to my stomach. There is some unbalanced energy going on. I think it's my headache and feeling sick, nauseous. I don't want you to think that I'm telling you that you make me sick. Not at all. It's just me feeling the energy. It throws me off sometimes. It's making me feel. It's something that I wish that I could hopefully help you with that. We'll see. Okay. So that was just a quickie. Usually the Reiki sessions are half an hour or an hour. I suppose it could be longer too. but standard is like half an hour or an hour. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to your card reading, which is a lot of fun because sometimes that can be really revealing. I got you. When I've been doing these recordings, Dana, for you several times because I had to keep doing them over with having technical difficulties and stuff. Yesterday, a lot of the same theme was coming through. A lot of overwhelming, and I hate to say it, but I'm going to say just negativity. Like there was some major conflict and some tumultuous stuff going on, possibly. But I will say I've done 2 different card readings for you already today because of starting these recordings over. And today, the first reading I did, it looked like a major breakthrough, like already flipped. And then the next reading after that too, it went along the same lines. Like something happened for you today, like a breakthrough, or the script, your life script is flipped, or you had like another door open, and some of that negativity that you're going through has reached a milestone and you've made some progress. So let me know if that's true. I mean, we don't even have that card reading in front of me here, but I'm just saying before we start this card, okay, so we haven't even drawn these cards yet. So I want to say before we draw these cards that yesterday's readings were overwhelmingly conflict and stress and despair and a lot of male energy. So the black cards are male energy, the red cards are female energy. Not set in stone. It can mean something else besides male and female energy. But for the most part, that's the first impression I get is male and female energy. But it looked like there was a lot of conflict around male energy. And then today, it totally flipped. Like today, your 2 readings were surrounded by red cards, all about you and getting your power back and finding your voice and setting your boundaries and speaking up for yourself and taking care of yourself and not getting walked all over. So let's see how these readings play out. Again, we're going to do just the Celtic cross. So the Celtic cross, 10 cards. The first one is like the foundational card, is setting the tone of the situation is going on. And then the second card right above I start the reading with the first card face up, and then the rest of them are face down because I don't want to see the other cards and have them accidentally influence me as I'm reading. But your first card now, it started off with the 9 of Spades. And full transparency, I am going to look at a cheat sheet because, especially now on camera, and I'm thrown off because the camera keeps freezing up. Your foundational card now, the 9 of Spades, is starting off with abundance. You might in the very near future have some financial gain coming your way. You had a breakthrough today. Something happened, I think, today. Some change. Okay, so let's see how well the rest of the story plays out versus your readings that I did before. Okay, the second card. Perfect. It's another 9. Okay, the 9 of Hearts. So abundance again. Okay, so I'm thinking this is going right along with your other 2 readings where the darker energy from the past readings yesterday and the day before seemed to have flipped. And then today your readings were much more positive, more about your power, your personal strength. And I'm glad I mentioned that before I even turned these cards. In fact, let me show you. So your foundational card, the 9 of Spades, and then the 9 of Hearts. Okay, so we're looking at abundance for you so far, all right? And 2 in a row, and those are right in the center there. I'm really feeling good about that. Right, so the third card, this one represents long ago in the past. So something in the past, but it is influencing you now. It might be something you don't even remember, but it's in your subconscious. So see what that third card is. Queen of Spades. That one's talking about domestic, like your own resourcefulness and being domestic. I think you're very much a family person, of course. So that one's just kind of general, but maybe because of the breakthrough that you've had, you're getting back to being just more domestic, and some of that stress and the turmoil that was keeping you from just being your own resourceful self and domestic, maybe that was being hindered before, and now you're getting back to yourself. I don't know. I'm not really sure how to interpret that one. So the fourth card is more recent past. So the 3 of Diamonds, and that one's teamwork. I just want to double check. Yeah. So between the domestic resourcefulness and then the teamwork, your 4th card, and then I think that you're getting back to, I think that's possibly the male energy that was around you before, and I've seen negativity before. Maybe there was a breakup and you're getting back to just taking care of your own household and your own domestic responsibilities and stuff. But there's the teamwork. You've got friends and family around you that are helping you through this transition, I think. Okay, I need to move the computer a little bit. All right, the 5th card is the likely outcome, the likely immediate outcome. Not necessarily set in stone, but we'll get to that on the next card. Okay, so the 6 of Clubs for your 5th card. And, okay, transition. I think you're going through a change. So you're either moving, possibly, let me know if you're moving, or you're just moving out of a relationship and there's some kind of change going on. All right, the 7th card, this one is supposedly represents your true feelings, whether you're aware of it or not, whether it's just subconsciously, but the 7th card represents your feelings, okay? So 5 of Clubs for you on the 7th card. I hope this isn't true, but the 5 of Clubs, possibly there's been some abuse. Maybe that's why, or if a relationship is ending. We were on your 9th card, the 9 of Diamonds. Yeah, work on setting boundaries for yourself. So the Ace of Clubs is your final outcome, and that one is for like conflict. I don't know why this reading is ending on conflict, but even though if maybe you did have a breakthrough today, maybe that conflict is going to come back into the picture before this whole situation finally ends. Yeah, when I was going over your astrology, Dana, it looked like you're really a powerhouse full of a lot of energy, and that can overwhelm yourself at times, even when you aren't even aware of how much energy that you do have. And it does seem like it's a lot of creative energy, so I don't know how accurate that is. Let me know if you're a creative, artsy type person. Also, with your astrology, it looked like you're more emotionally driven. You make your decisions based off of emotion, and so that leaves you vulnerable, which is good to be in touch with emotions, of course, but if you're not balanced, or if you don't have it in check, or if you're not aware of quite how strong your emotional energy is, if you're too much in the past or in the future, worrying about the future, then that strong of emotional energy can leave you vulnerable when it's out of balance. And other people, whether they realize it or not, they're drawn to your natural energy, and on top of your natural powerhouse of energy, you've got the emotional energy factor too. So they're really drawn to you, and they're like, it's like a psychic attack, whether they realize they're doing it or not. But people are draining you. So they're drawn to you, and they're using you and taking advantage of your weak spots in your aura when you're not balanced. And some people might consciously actually be doing that because they just want to use and abuse other people. But yeah, just be aware that you have so much powerhouse energy, highly charged, that it takes a little bit more for you to get balanced, and there's so much energy going on with you that it's easier for you to get thrown off kilter too, because with all that energy spinning around, it's like, it's just so, rather than just being subtle energy and just kind of go with the flow, yours really needs to be consciously honed, like, and that's draining for yourself too. It seems like that you're accidentally draining yourself because you're constantly, whether you realize it or not, I think that you're constantly trying to feel more like just centered, like you're tired of feeling like all over the place, and it's so draining. Sometimes that's good, like when you're out with your friends in your party mood, in that energy, you're in that flow, and that's sometimes you're really appreciative of that energy. But there's many times that with your energy being all over the map, you're just tired of it. You just want more balance. And so again, when you're not sure how to balance and you're tired of the energy bouncing all over the place, find a creative outlet. Because the creative outlet, what that's going to do for you, I think, okay, if I'm right on this, the creative outlet is your go-to. So that's going to just naturally, once you're in that zone of in the creative outlet, that's like a meditative space for you. People even meditate when they're driving. They don't realize it. Like if you're driving from point A to point B and you don't even remember how you got there, you're just like on autopilot because you do it all the time. That's a meditative state. So so when you're in your creative outlet and you're in that particular energy flow, that you like that and that brings you joy and that makes you feel like if the creativity, if I'm right on that, and that is yourself, more of your true self, that naturally in itself is going to balance your energy whether you realize it or not. Because when we are staying true to ourselves, we're aligning with our true self and we're getting everything back in balance. For myself, what balances me when I'm feeling, because I have my floopy stuff all over the place too, but for me it's out in nature. I definitely have to go out in nature. I got to take my shoes and socks off. I got to have my feet hit the earth and I got to dig in the ground. I got to appreciate all the plants and the flowers. Also, I do Reiki on myself. I do my silly card readings and stuff. I don't mind calling it silly. It's not disrespect. It's just, I know it looks goofy, but okay, what else for you, Dana? Because I'm feeling like I owe you more. Let's do another reading. So so we've got, you can write this down. Okay, so you could look up Celtic cross, and then if you want to look these up yourself, your first card was the 9 of spades, 9 of hearts, number 3 card, Queen of spades, then the 4th card, 3 of diamonds, your 5th card, the 6 of clubs, your 6th card, the Queen of hearts, your 7th card is the 5 of clubs, your 8th card, the Jack of hearts, new love, your 9th card, the 9 of diamonds, and your 10th card, the Ace of clubs. Okay? Let's do another reading and see what comes up. And then I'm going to be editing this video anyway. So let's do a second reading just for fun, just to see what comes up. And then I'll show you what your cards are. This time your foundational card, the first card, came up with the King of Hearts. Oh, so I think you are learning or knowing that you need to be more supportive of yourself. Find your strength and don't let people take advantage of you if that's what's going on. Okay, your second card this time, another female energy, your 4 of diamonds. Celebrate. I should have known that one. Yeah, go ahead and celebrate yourself. Alright, your third card. Oh, excuse me. Long in the past, but it's affecting you now. Oh, a red joker. So, there might be something buried in your subconscious that it still keeps coming up. I mean, this third card, there's always going to be something in the past that's affecting you now. This one, it happened to be, it's a red joker card. Your fourth card, the more recent past that's affecting you now. Another red card, 5 of diamonds. Let me remind myself what that one is. Oh, some challenges and obstacles. So, we already know that you're going through some challenges and obstacles right now. I mean, just about everybody, you could say that. It's pretty general. Everybody has their own challenges and obstacles. But work on your boundaries, set your boundaries for yourself, not letting people take advantage of you. Celebrate yourself, and then you'll get through those challenges and obstacles. The 5th card, which is the likely immediate outcome but not set in stone, Ace of Hearts, another red card, perfect. So the Ace of Hearts, we talked about your emotions and getting your energy in balance. It looks like it's the likely immediate outcome, you're going to get that in check. So your emotions and your relations, it's going to calm down, you're going to get some balance, and you're going to feel some more peace, okay? The 6th card is the immediate outcome. The way the Celtic cross is interpreted, that's the 5th card is the likely outcome, the 6th card is supposedly what will happen. 7 of diamonds, so we talked about that one already. Your self-protections. Your 7th card, 8 of diamonds, another red card. I'm loving it. There's some change on the way. Whether it's breakthrough news for you or a big change. I don't know if you're moving on from a relationship, but if I had to guess, I'd say, yeah, you're going through a challenging time right now, but there's some big change happening almost immediately, and it's definitely for the better, okay? Now, your 8th card is outside influences, your friends and family. Another red card, the 6 of diamonds, victory and success. See, this second reading is like a confirmation of your first reading. This is really good stuff here. So I hope that this all does come true for you, because I'm really happy with the second reading here. The 9th card is represents your hopes and fears, okay? Now we got the first black card with hopes and fears. The 6 of spades. Oh, help and generosity. So you're hoping for some help and generosity, but your fear is maybe that you're not going to get the help and generosity that you need. So hopefully there's somebody in your life that's in a position that can be very generous and helping you get through this time, whether financial breakthrough or some stability or giving you a boost up, or generosity of heart, generosity of just being there for you. No judgment, just somebody that's going to help you through whatever you're going through, with no strings attached and no judgment, whether that's friends or family. And then the 10th card, we haven't seen it yet, that represents the overall outcome of what will be, whether it's now or months from now. Your 10th card, the final one, is another black card, the 8 of spades. The overall outcome is you're going to be a master of your craft, okay? So I think with all the readings that I've done for you and all the practice ones and all the recordings that I had to, toss before, I think you're definitely going through a change in your life right now. It is all going to work out for the best. I think sooner rather than later. I don't know the time frame. But as I mentioned before, I think something happened today. There was some major breakthrough today. And the overall outcome of all of this is you getting back to yourself, putting up your boundaries, self-protection, self-defense, and you are going to be the master of your craft, and everything's going to work out, okay? And it was my pleasure to do a free reading for you, Dana. I sure appreciate your patience. For anyone that stuck around and watched the whole video, thank you so much for watching a reading for Dana. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can find me on TikTok at falcon.says. That's my personal account. I do also have a Reiki resource, but I need to build that one up. My personal one, I was just playing around with TikTok, and that one just took off a lot faster as far as followers and stuff, with me practicing making TikTok videos and everything. So that one's almost at 1,000. My Reiki resource, I need to build that up. If you want a reading, I will be asking people if they want it recorded or not, and then if you want a reading, then I ask for a birthday, because I do like to look at your astrological. And donations are greatly appreciated, absolutely. So cashapp and Venmo, FalconSays with no dot, like my TikTok is falcon.says. Oh, if you want to learn more about me, I've written about me and several posts on falconsays.medium.com. It's just $5 a month, or I think there's a slight break if you buy a year in advance. If you want to join Medium and have unlimited access to all of my content and thousands more, I think there's about 750,000 writers on Medium now. Please join at falconsays.medium.com/membership. It is an affiliate link, and I would get a portion, but if you're going to join anyway, it would be wonderful if you join through my link. And I look forward to doing more of these videos. This was kind of a crash course and a bit cumbersome, but it'll improve. Thanks again.